It's almost time for the big dance. March Madness is back, and the NCAA men's and women's Division I basketball tournaments are preparing to tip off once again.
I am a believer that it's like Christmas morning.
Taking to the court first are the men, with 68 teams competing for a shot at the national title, a tournament that dates all the way back to 1939.
I think it starts with the chemistry of the event that is really difficult to replicate.
But while the chemistry of the event remains very much the same year to year, there are some elements that are shaking things up, starting with the acronym NIL.
NIL stands for name, image, and likeness. And what that means is it means that college athletes can monetize their personality, their name, without losing their eligibility, which is a relatively new policy for most of the history of college athletics.
In June 2021, the NCAA adopted a policy that allows student athletes, including basketball players, to essentially make money off of their public image. Since then, players have been able to cash in via everything from merchandise to ambassador deals with companies like Buffalo Wild Wings, fireworks stores, and the Dollar Shave Club. And these deals can pay out big time. The Indianapolis Star reports that as of July 2022, there are some men's college basketball players with NIL deals confirmed to be in the high 6, even 7 figures.
I've never understood why a kid shouldn't be able to benefit from their name, image, and likeness when everyone else is making money off it.
That earning ability is having an impact on who we will see on the court during this tournament, with some players opting to stay in college longer than they would have in the past.
In the past, even though less desired, they might have just said, well, I got to get paid by somebody. Even if I'm not getting paid to play in the NBA, I'll go somewhere and make money. And now they can stay in college and make a significant amount and play in a game that still values what they do.
The NIL policy isn't the only 2021 element we're seeing the ripple effects from during this tournament.
One thing that really makes this especially transformational in college basketball is the NIL rule changes happen at the same time as liberalization of transfer rules.
The same year the NIL policy went into effect, the NCAA adjusted their transfer policy so that student athletes who transfer for the first time are eligible to compete right away at their new school without having to sit out for a season, prompting a spike in transfers throughout the NCAA.
A lot of times what you see is players transferring for the opportunity to play at the highest level. Players who are playing in mid-major or low-major leagues and are thinking, hey, I can play in the Big East, I can play in the ACC, I can play in the Big Ten, and they want that opportunity to give it a shot.
But despite the impact the NIL and transfer policy continue to have, experts say college basketball overall is heading in a good direction.
I think that college basketball is headed in a much better direction than the stewards of the game think. March is the best. It's certainly exhausting, but there's nothing about it that you can duplicate, and there's certainly nothing about it that needs to be fixed.
Meg Hilling, Scripps News, Chicago.